button clicked. Episode 29, I think. I keep forgetting to check. So, what next?
I mean, we should probably do our taxes.
Oh yeah, I haven't done your taxes yet.
Suppose he's like, I would like to let you know, as a member of a major religion now, I am exempt from taxes. It's great.
And as a sheep, I am also exempt, so the rest of you have to do it.
I mean, I don't earn money, so I don't have to pay taxes, right?
Smoothie offers a high five to all of those who don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, so just Anthony then.
Anthony's not there.
Is Anthony not there?
Anthony's currently in a hotel room sleeping off running
the
entire way there.
Sorry,
Yep.
let's start the correct way. Can anyone remember what happened last time? AKA, can everyone remind Andrew what happened last time?
So, can I go first?
Go for it. Yeah.
So we all managed to eventually escape the hell that was hell by jumping through a portal to a lower hell, and then banishing each other to like eventually get home, or to a place that we thought was home, which led to everyone being scattered. But through some movement and Anthony running several people here, we've all reconvened in Bryn Shander, where we have just saved our dragon friend from being murdered by that dragon god that hates us now. And that is where we are, in a lunchroom in what was a cafeteria that has been mostly exploded by Tiamat breath.
Yep, and the whole party is there, except for the characters who aren't and the one who's in jail.
Oh, yeah. And the slime is just somewhere.
A number of characters did not make it back to the group, but everybody except for Lawrence has a character that made it back. Because Lawrence's character decided to be an idiot and got himself put in jail.
But upside, that orc family, they have been enriched by it. Apart from the dad who has lost an arm. But you know, these
lost
things
an arm, but gained respect for his family.
Yes. It was a funny day.
Really, what's the price you can put on that?
An arm.
Yeah, I guess
fair,
it is.
Fair, that seems expensive to me, but you know, okay.
That's the price that they paid. I mean, maybe they'll have enough money to buy a regeneration spell.
Who
from
knows?
some priest.
Or
Maybe even one of Aminato.
Might be cheaper to buy a prosthetic limb.
Probably. It would be probably cheaper to buy a magical item prosthetic limb.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Since it's technically a common item, I think.
I think so. But
at least in...
I think I can make them.
Error.
Yeah, so...
Oh yeah, you can.
Nuru is travelling, and the slime is very slowly trying to make its way to a town, flying, because it sort of keeps going in circles. But it'll get there eventually.
So did Dragon Cook go back to where he came from?
Dragon Cook has gone to another dimension, yeah.
Okay, because Dragon Cook is, I think, still on the map.
Dragon
Slime and Ray.
Dragon Cook has ended up in a place where we have no clue where he is, so...
He has ended up in his home.
Very far out of this campaign. Maybe he'll be back one day.
So we're back to being Smoothie, Melissa, Dare, Anthony, and question mark.
Nothing.
Professor Wolf.
Professor Wolf is also there, okay.
Because he managed to make it back because he knows how to teleport.
So you have 3 characters now. Welcome to my world.
I have 3 characters, yes. I am Professor Wolf, Smoothie, and Aurora.
I had 3 characters last session.
I've had 3 characters before. I'm just like, I used to have the ship as well, but that's gone now. Unless we walk into Anthony's kitchen and then don't think about wanting to be on the ship as we leave it and we end up on the ship. Which, I don't really know how that works, because I'm never really thinking about being on the ship as I leave Anthony's kitchen, so I don't know whether we keep constantly ending up on the ship or not, but that's not the point.
Yeah, it is purposefully confusing. Okay, so
Like that, the ability of the ship Fling is still has the Kraken inside of it.
wait,
It
what?
says like blah blah grappled by the Kraken. I just looked at the ship I didn't really look at the ship, and the Fling ability says like blah blah. If the
Right.
when the Kraken is grappling, I can't talk.
The
Never
Kraken.
mind me.
Well, I
The
obviously
Kraken.
missed to change that.
Fine. It's not like it's gonna come back up for a while.
Not unless you like.
But he hasn't deleted it yet.
Shut up.
I mean, I want it there for the hope that we can come back to it.
I mean, you can very purposefully, like, you could literally decide to go after that right now, if you wanted.
How?
I don't know. I'm the mystery voice in your head.
None of my characters know plane shift, sadly.
So,
Who knows plane shift?
everyone but Anthony in this current party are sitting in the cafeteria having a breakfast. There is somewhat of a breeze now.
So Smoothie's just gonna ask the group. So, what does everybody want to do now?
There's still that dragon baby running around. Apart from that, I'm not sure.
Professor Wolf is like, bark, woof. I mean, I do need to find the dog that's made off with my body.
We could do that.
Does
if we
anyone
have
know
an
how
idea
to
where to
locate
go.
things?
Humans that have dog brains?
Yes. Or
Oh,
dog
sorry,
souls.
gnomes that have dog brains.
Yes, no gnomes that have dogs things. If anyone is able to like find things, that would be very useful.
Just, you follow your nose.
How is
Follow the yellow
Rotala
brick
doing?
nose.
How's who doing?
Rotala?
He is just wolfing down food. Also completely naked. He hasn't really noticed yet, though.
If Smoothie notices, Smoothie is gonna offer him a sweater out of his bag. It's like I've been making these. Here, you look like you might get cold.
What do you mean? Oh, right. Yeah, all the fire. Sure, okay. He puts the sweater on and it's only covering like his upper half. Perfect.
He has
Yeah,
no pants.
he's like 100% Winnie the Poohing this at the moment.
Yeah.
I would have said Donald Ducking, but yeah.
Both are fair.
Both are accurate. Oh.
Both correct in very slightly different ways.
Smoothie will be like, hey, so we don't have like transport anymore. I think I can build a new ship if I got the equipment and the time, but I'm looking at Big Dragon Man who's in charge of this area.
What?
Any chance you could tell your minions to let me have all the stuff and some help and I could build a ship?
No, but we could work together.
So, yes?
Let's call it a semi-yes.
Okay, so yes, good. You'll give me the stuff so we can start working on this.
Also,
I will promise to give your kobold engineers the plans for building spaceships if you give me the equipment.
Sure, that sounds like a fair enough deal. We can take your experience.
Have I noticed anything from our from the transitioning through the door? Any negative side effects of any sort?
Give me a very easy perception check.
Yes, you all miss an arm.
Wow, how did you not notice that? You very clearly see that Aurora is completely fast asleep on the ground. You get the idea it might have exhausted her.
Oh no, I didn't mean getting Rotala out. I meant when we transitioned through the golden door.
Well, then I don't know what you mean.
Well,
Tiamat place.
I meant Tiamat's place when I used that certain item that has certain side effects when I use it once in a while.
No, the side effects for what caused the thing with the ship and the chicken.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So no, you are not missing any arms. Yet.
Are you the reason the chicken is dying?
Look, the DM said that, not him.
The DM is the reason that the chicken is dying.
As usual, Dare was just trying to do the right thing.
Can I go to Rotala and ask him what we should do with the shards now? Hide them away again? Keep them? And what's actually now going on with between him and Aurora and stuff, and not in that way. All the questions.
Well, in response to some of those questions, he basically explains that he isn't 100% sure on the deal with Aurora. That's basically going to be like something that needs looking into. As for the shards, well, he doesn't remember the conversation that you had with him that was to get, like, when you took the shards initially. So he assumes that it might not have been him that was spoke to, but the spirit that was inside of them. So he thinks that if they thought that you should keep a hold of them, then who's he to argue? But it's up to you if you want to hide them away or try to use them, or...
Will they paint a target on our heads, or... like, is that something... like, for example, with the... I presume if I take the mask out of the demiplane, that would, in some way or form, will paint a target on our backs.
Well, I would... yes, I would say the mask probably would make everyone who follows Tiamat notice, whereas the shards just kind of stay away from her. And maybe Bahamut? I don't know about him.
I thought he was the good guy.
He is, but if this is shards of his father-child, then I don't know how he'll react. Let's just say, I don't know.
Okay.
So does everyone just continue having breakfast? While asking questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody pass me the syrup, please. I need more on my pancakes.
I hand the shards back out to people.
Oh, that's not syrup, but okay, I'll take those.
Starts chewing on it. It's like, nah, I'd prefer the pancakes.
So if everybody's fine with it, I just give everybody the shards that they had before.
Oh, okay.
What do you do about Anthony? Do you just...
Well, I wait until he's awake again. I'm not just like shoving it in or something.
Puts it in his pocket. Doesn't realize he has it until like a real long time in the future.
The hell is this? I don't remember putting that in my pocket.
Why do I have this yellow rock? Oh, let's throw it away.
I'll sell it.
It's just a normal topaz, is
I
it
just
not?
pour myself some coffee, I guess.
So yeah, if you guys don't have it on your sheets anymore, Melissa gets the amethyst one, Aurora gets the crystal one, Smoothie gets the emerald one, and for the time being, Dare keeps the topaz, sapphire, and obsidian one on his person.
Uday is going to grab some extra breakfast to take back to give to Anthony.
Oh.
That's nice.
Oh, then I give the topaz one to Smoothie to give to Anthony.
Okay. Smoothie's going to ask if you guys can look after Aurora while I take this to Anthony.
Always.
And I'll try and bring him back here.
Sure, then Smoothie aways. Aurora is fast asleep on the ground with just char marks all around her.
Sorry, Smoothie, before leaving, we'll pull the blanket out and put the blanket over Aurora and then leave.
Oh,
Yeah.
very comfy. Okay, so does anyone have any particular plans while they wait for Smanthony?
Is that their couple name now?
Yes.
That is their ship name, yeah.
Oh my.
It's a weird ship.
It is this. It's a very strange ship, yeah.
But it's not as
you
weird
know,
as the
it's
ship
Smoothie.
between the ship and the dragon.
Is it as
Um,
weird as the ship between Smoothie and the ship?
Maybe. So is anyone doing
Does it mean
anything?
that Dare Gigante is the ship name between Dare and Lawrence's old character?
I don't know. Maybe.
man.
I mean, Lawrence's old character's now called Fluffy, so who knows?
Oh yeah, right.
We've unilaterally renamed him.
De
Forgot that we had
De
him.
Gigante is the only remaining part of the Gigante in the name Fluffy. What an interesting group we are.
Hmm. Okay, so
Oh, should we not still find out why Melissa woke up with that blood-covered knife?
Oh yeah.
that feels like
Sorry
years
if I-
ago. Last week.
If I bring up like traumatic experiences.
Like,
Just looked through my inventory and I found this blood-covered knife.
4 days ago. Hey, remember that? We've been through so much in the past 4 days.
Oh my god, it feels like it's been a year.
Also, Graham, how long does spell storing items keep their spell in?
Until you use it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I still have the wooden gun of rope trick around familiar.
Yeah, I can make one at a time, so you've got the one I can make.
Oh no, I gave that to Ori.
Oh, sorry, yes, you gave it to Ori because that's a way for Ori to keep themselves safe.
Nice. Ori has a magic
Yeah.
item. Sort of. Temporary magic item.
I used the dust of disappearance, right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I made us all invisible.
Oh no, has the ship leaving mean I've lost my Psy Crystal, Shadowfell Crystal, Astral Crystal, Feywild Crystal?
Yes. Because they were all
Aw.
built into the very complex mechanism that you built.
Sadness.
Okay, so no one seems to be doing anything particular. Let's go follow Smoothie into the inn. I couldn't think of any word but tavern.
Walks into the inn with like the rolling bacon he's got and just like heads upstairs.
Sure, the innkeep like gives you a wave because you were here like 10 minutes ago.
I thought it was more than 10 minutes ago. We sat around talking for a while.
Oh yeah,
after.
true. Let's say at least an hour ago then.
Yeah, it's probably at least enough for a short rest.
Yeah, because I totally forgot, obviously, there was the time you were having breakfast and chatting and stuff.
And we summoned Rotala.
And that.
The minor thing.
Right,
Sure.
we're just gonna wander upstairs to find Anthony's room and then like knock on the door.
Doesn't seem to have been a response.
He's gonna push the door open. Is the door unlocked?
Was the door unlocked?
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah.
Sure. The door opens. What does he find in the room?
Blood everywhere.
Very sleepy boy. Pause.
Sure.
Sexton.
Look, it was the only room that was available.
Yeah, what was that?
Anthony... Oh.
I missed whatever Lawrence
Lauren said sex dungeon.
Okay.
Anthony will pull himself up and be like, "Oh, thanks, Smoothie." Very
I
hungry.
like hand him the sandwich and I'm like, hey, so most people are back and we've saved Rotala and we're just having a discussion about what to do next. And I thought you might want to be present for that.
Yeah, about that. I kind of have to, like, go and take care of some stuff here and there. Just generally.
By stuff, what do you mean?
Well, I've got to, like, go check on my family, and
How are you getting there?
Oh, well, like, last time I tried to get there, like, Aminato could just, like, get me there if I asked him about it.
Wait, he could do that?
Yeah, that's... Do you remember when you guys, like, left me and you guys took the ship? I just sort of, like, prayed to Aminato and he could take me there.
How did you think I got there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I assumed you had some weird monk power.
But yeah, so, like, I gotta go check on my family. I gotta go hunt down that guy that stole some silverware from my house. I've gotta go, like, sort the Vampire Hunters Guild out in Waterdeep, and while I'm there, I'll probably also try and look for that other missing little dragony boy that we lost track of.
Hey, I would also like to point out that as another scion of the church, you should probably be helping out with the church now that we've got that set up.
That's also true. I also planned to be, like, helping our church develop while in Waterdeep. Those are sort of my 3 Waterdeepy tasks.
Okay.
I just have to kind of go deal with, like, a petty thief and, like, making sure my family aren't in any danger, and then also raise dragon baby.
Okay, so
Don't
if I
have to
tell
do it alone. I'm not
Yeah.
there. I know.
so if I tell everybody we can come with you.
I was planning on this being more of, like, a solo thing. I assumed you guys had stuff to do.
Why would you
Beyond-
want this to be a solo task? Are you breaking up with the group?
Well, I'd still be, like, your friend and stuff.
Don't
and,
ruin
like, hang out with you.
Smanthony.
We
Are
can
you gonna
stay
abandon
friends.
us?
We
After
could
we
be.
went through all of that together, how we
Well-
defeated Tiamat together. Smoothie knows that we did not defeat Tiamat. But he's phrasing it as we defeated Tiamat.
Look, you technically won that encounter. You walked away from it.
True, that is as much of a victory as we can win against Tiamat. It was like, we'll still be friends and stuff, and I'll hang out with you guys. I just assumed that you guys would be doing something else.
You not want us around? Are you
It's-
going to kick us out of the house?
It's not that. You guys can still stay at the house.
I thought we were like this, and he like holds up the fingers intertwined. It's like we were such good friends.
We are good.
Our buddies, and we survived the dragon together.
We're great
And
friends.
we both observed you murder all those sheep.
Anthony will come in for a hug. We're great friends. I just also have some other stuff. Like, I don't really have any of my abilities left, so I kind of have to go and get them back as well.
But I feel
'Cause-
responsible for that. We should also help you get your abilities back.
But like the way that that'll do that is more like long periods of training, and I assume you guys will be too busy trying to save the world from
Is the
imminent Tiamat peril.
Is there not a faster way that we could help you speed up getting your powers back?
Not that I know of. But you know, I'll hang out with you guys and stuff. It's not like, you know, we'll never see each other again. Just like give me a call or something, or because I'm very fast. I'll probably be able to get to wherever you guys are really quickly.
You're our only mode of transportation currently.
I'm sure you'll figure something out. Beyond how fast I could run, I don't have a lot else that I could really do anymore.
Are you saying you can't stop time anymore?
No, I cannot.
Wow, that was your only trick.
That he used 3 times.
What do you mean he used 3 times?
I think he used the time stop like 3, maybe 4 times across the entire campaign.
He used the time stop 3 times in one session.
I
yeah.
spammed it a fair amount later on.
Yeah, there were
Okay,
several
one
sessions
apart from
where he
that
used it
one.
multiple- Like, I think he used the time stop something like 12 to 15 times.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just I need to go, like, you know, do some stuff now.
It's not
But I
you,
believe
it's
you
me.
guys.
If you don't want us around you, you could just tell us.
I love you guys. Anthony will come in for a big hug. I love you
Aurora's
guys
gonna
very
miss you
much.
so much.
And I'll come and visit you, and it'll all be nice. I just, like, for just a little bit of time, I kind of have to, like, go off and do other stuff. I'll miss you guys very much, and I wish you all the best.
Smoothie's just sobbing there, being like,
Oh, don't cry, Smoothie. We'll see each other again.
In the afterlife.
I mean, we might bump into each other there, but it's like an office space.
But who will ever replace you?
I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody.
Who could possibly fill the void? It's not like someone's just gonna walk in and.
At the same
None of you-
level.
I'm sure you'll find someone out there.
who could
Oh
possibly
yeah,
fill your shoes?
someone
Shut up,
just
people who
gonna
are not
come
here.
in.
Seriously,
Pre-equipped,
shut up,
pre-equipped,
people who are not here.
pre-equipped with weaponry and starting
That
money.
means you, Owen.
No, Melissa's here, not Owen. Who's Owen?
Melissa also isn't here.
Oh,
It's like-
shit.
So I'm gonna go back and, like, tell the rest of the people that I'm probably gonna be
Abandoning
heading.
everybody.
I'm not abandoning you guys.
Smoothie's not going back with him.
Wait, so you do that? You tell us.
Yeah,
Smooth.
But who will ever replace you?
It's like
Yeah, when he goes back, Smoothie's gonna run off somewhere else.
and I'll go out and I'll tell the rest of the people, like, I kind of have to go and, like, deal with a bunch of stuff in the background, and also maybe try and get my powers back, and, like, a lot of just fluff. I gotta tie up a lot of loose ends.
Rotella's like,
You
no,
know, on
don't
top of
worry,
that-
buddy. I can get your powers back. He like points his hands at you, strains real hard, and off in the distance you see like some curtains catch fire. Alright, maybe next time.
Okay.
Good try, buddy. Good try.
I guess we can't. I guess we can't stop you from leaving. We'll miss you. Okay, just hand over all of your money and magic items and all your armor. Anything we can particularly sell to help the no. I don't say that.
Anthony's like, yeah, sure. Here's all my money. He hands you 0 gold.
Goodbye, everybody, and he just walks off naked.
Anthony's money
He
doesn't have that
is
empty
in
tooth
land.
bag.
But yeah, Anthony will just sort of be like, head off. I'll look for Smoothie before I go, though, because, you know, he seemed very sad.
Sure, I guess. Give me a nature check. I think that's the right one I wanted.
I think survival.
Tracking is
Survival, that's it. I can never remember. I always think of nature when I want survival.
There we go. Natural 20. I need to change off that back to... Yeah.
Sure.
There we go.
You
That
have
was on Anthony's sheet, though.
yeah. You have a rough idea of where Smoothie is likely went.
I'm gonna go try find Smoothie and be like, very sorry, Smoothie. I'm sure we'll see each other again, like, real soon.
May Aminar protect you.
You too, buddy. You too. Gives you a hug. Goodbye.
Like Smoothie resists the hug at first and then like hugs back.
And it's like, I'll see you guys later. And then he runs off into the distance.
I wave.
Just runs off. What an Anthony
Flash
thing.
disappears.
Well
He
done,
immediately got eaten by a bear.
Joseph. You managed to temporarily retire Anthony.
Took 800 attempts, but it worked in the end.
At least for now, until someone does something that stops it.
Yeah.
Alright, so besides crying, what's everyone else doing?
Guys, I think it's time I took my leave to... No.
And then the whole group disbanded, and the world
The
got
end.
eaten by Tiamat.
The end.
Hmm.
I guess, cry.
Who knows about Tourmaline or whatever the town is called being disappeared?
Just Nuru? I think. I
I
think
wonder
he,
if he mentioned it.
I
at
think
some
he,
point.
I think he did offhandedly mention it. but-
Yeah.
Like just oh yeah, by the way, that town's gone. Everyone could that might have been there could do a history check. It'll be quite a difficult one.
Sound nice when I only have to click on one sheet.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm clicking on no sheets.
I'm also clicking on no sheets. I have 0 characters. Yes. Ideal number.
Would Smoothie
Okay,
not
then
know?
Dare is just going to the dog like, do you have any idea where we could start?
Or we can start with what? With
Well,
Barker.
your soul person thingy.
Give me a second. He's like sniffing into the air, thinking, sniffing again, thinking. Spins in a circle, sniffs again, thinks. I mean, I have no clue how far a dog could have gotten with my body's magical abilities. Can I do some sort of check to see if I can
Sure,
Why
give me a history check for a start.
Why was he here in the first place? As like in
Uh,
Brinchanda?
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me some exposition of why you were where you were. The history
Why I
is
was
essentially
here in Brisbane.
yeah, essentially the history check is the better it is, the more you get to now exposit of basically where the body exchange thing happened and why you were in Brishanda. So you now
So the
can now
body
exactly
exchange
say.
would have happened in a lab that I had built in one of the smaller cities in this continent, which I built to be away from the prying eyes of my peers, who thought I would be. It was crazy to try this after that darn loser of enemy of mine managed to turn himself into an otter. But I was going to show them, all, show them that no one messes with the professor. And then I fucked up as well, and it escaped into the snowy wilderness, and I tried to follow it, and I lost it in a blizzard, and now I am here. When I met you all, and then so I honestly, it could have made it anywhere in here. I don't know whether it has access to all of the magical powers that were stored in formulas on my body and in my book that I had on me. Whether could a dog mind activate those abilities? I don't know. Either it's somewhere around this area, or it may have escaped to another continent if it worked out how to teleport. These are all issues. Maybe
So-
if it worked out how to teleport, it teleported over some lava and is dead, but I don't know that.
So in
I'm sure I would
summary,
feel if not.
it is either nearby or very far away or somewhere in between.
But you are as smart as you were before, right?
I believe so. Every so often I have the weird compunction to sniff butts, but apart from that, I think I'm the same.
So it stands to reason that that person in quotation marks might be as smart as they were before.
That would make sense, yes.
So it's unlikely that they have used your magic stuff, I think.
I would make
Probably.
it a less likely proposition, yes.
Both of you give me a quick intelligence, just a straight intelligence check.
Well, that's great with Dare.
Sure.
Maybe it was a really smart dog.
Woofy, you are smart enough to realize you definitely think, okay, well, I've still got the same intelligence I had before the transformation, so it definitely should be the dog's mind. But as you just said before, you do have certain inclinations towards dog-like behavior, so there is a chance that without knowing it, the dog's mind could have certain inclinations towards your previous behavior.
Casts teleport on muscle memory.
So yes, it could have cast my spells through simple compunctions of the body knowing how to do it and wanting to do something to save itself. Like, say it was stuck in a blizzard and needed to be anywhere that wasn't a blizzard.
Yeah, so it might not be doing things purposefully, but there is a chance it could. You think that maybe it could do things not on purpose.
I need to find someone that can scry. This is just. I wish I hadn't like special. I wish my speciality included the ability to scry on things. Darn me and my magical aptitude going in other directions.
But you're a wizard, right? Can't you
Yes.
just find somebody who knows how to, like, I don't know. Do I have a spell scroll scrying? Probably not. Let me check.
So you've got a lot of spell scrolls.
Yeah, but I don't think they were scrying. No, they were low level one.
What spell scrolls are those you're looking at, sir?
Dare doesn't know, but he'll hand you a spell scroll of floating disc, knock, and silence.
Oh. He's like, these are all pretty trash. Hands the back. If I were you,
Dare
I'd sell
looks
them.
slightly sad.
Low tier magic cards. Boo. Don't need this trash. Commons.
If I were you, I'd sell them to make some money. They're valuable enough. He's like, Prince Retalla's like, this one makes a good point. Do you know anywhere where I could find a spell scroll for scrying?
I mean, we might have something like that. I used to do a lot of that stuff myself, but points at the burning curtains, which like kobolds are jumping off trying to put out.
Where
yeah.
Where does your magic come from, good sir?
Me?
So you're not a wizard, good sir.
I mean, I have learned, but so it's kind of like I innately have magic and I can learn it if I wish. So yeah, I there's some spell scrolls we've got stored, but I couldn't tell you what's on them. We could have someone search for you.
That would be good. I was just thinking, I am an educator in my time in my old body. If you need to be brought back to magical fitness, we could boot camp this.
Sure, that might be fun.
Hardcore study sessions. Truly the most fun thing anyone can do. Cram.
I'm adding a spell scroll to Dare's stuff just as a joke. You don't know what it does.
The 80s montage music starts to play as he's like suggesting a hardcore cram like study session to try and bring his powers back.
So, sure, the Rotella will finish up his breakfast, and then he will head basically downstairs, and go searching for you.
The dog will follow. Just tail going because he thinks he might find a clue.
Sure, you can go and help with the search. Basically, you go down towards like the vault level, then go a little off, and there's like it's like you've walked into a closet, and then the door opens, and it's just a gigantic library, and just on like one wall you can see it is just like hundreds and hundreds of scrolls. And he's like, yeah, we haven't really organised them yet. I just kind of keep making them. So, want to help me look?
Yep.
Sure, that's you two off busy for a bit. What about everyone else?
Is Smoothie back?
Smoothie will have slowly been walking back, kind of like part moping, part looking at buildings that are empty for a place to set up a new branch of the Aminator Church.
You do know that there is a church in town for another god.
What god was that?
I think it's the other light god.
It's yeah, I think there's one for what's his face.
Smoothie sees that and starts heckling them.
They respond.
Them
yeah, they respond very
would you
politely.
Like to provide us?
I like hand across a flyer for the one true light god.
Sure, you know what? Fine. You walk up to the church and there's two NPCs played by Lawrence and Joseph. Go ahead. Have a nice roleplay.
Stop worshipping the false god of light and worship the true god of light, Aminator. He who came first, he who is oldest, he who is the true light. Hands out
He
pamphlet.
who is dead, he's the worst.
He's alive. I have seen him. He has granted me power.
Lathander's the only true god. Prove it then. What power do you have?
Bring me your blind.
Do we have any blind people?
No. There's no one currently blind.
Don't have any blind people.
I like turn towards the character played by Lawrence and just like fucking blind him.
Holy shit!
How are you blinding him?
What is the way? What way would I think could be? Like how severe a blinding has this thing recovered so far? Like it recovered a guy whose eyes had been poked out, right?
I think you've seen evidence of something along those lines. Yes.
That's true. I believe it also gave eyes to something that couldn't see at all, like a plant or something.
Yeah. It's like just like poke out Lawrence's character's eye, just like rah.
The heretic attacks! The heretic attacks! Run! Run!
What kind of a lunatic are you?
And then I'm like, I have Now he shall see. Oh.
Give me
Ro-
a religion roll
From who?
from Graham or Smoothie. Sorry.
At this point, I'm trying to run away.
That's
Shouting from the
a
gods.
19.
So the healing thing works, but it doesn't seem as good as it did before. So the guy is like, he still has eyes now, but they're in incredible pain.
Gods, the heretics attacked me. Get him away.
So Lawrence's eyes are like burning,
Yes.
like the sun.
The sun god finds him unworthy. That's why he burns when he looks at light now.
I'd also like to go find the guards, because some guys just ripped another guy's eyes out.
Smoothie, give me another religion check. Let's see if you figure out what's happened as you're running away.
Graham's way of reducing his character count.
Okay, so with the 24, you get the feeling that
Amanatha didn't approve of me poking some random guy's eyes out.
he didn't approve of you randomly poking someone's eyes out to prove that he'll have his power. But it was also a case of, but I also don't want that person to stay blind.
I run away, realizing that I've done something terribly wrong because I was not in my right mind.
And then you meet up back with the group. Before Smoothie meets back up with everyone, you see a bunch of guards running off in the distance, with 2 people in holy robes at the front. Sorry, no, one person in holy robes at the front. The other one would have still been there in pain.
Can I give them a description as accurately as possible as to the person that I saw before they gouged my eyes out?
Sure, roll me a d20, because you obviously don't have a character sheet.
You can see again. Stop moaning.
I mean, I would have also been like, this is the kobold I saw.
Sure.
Roll your d20 to see if you can describe me. Roll your d20.
I mean, sure.
Natural
20.
The one whose eyes were gouged out remembers that it was indeed a kobold. Turns out the other apostle, they're actually a master painter, and they've drawn the most accurate picture of Smoothie ever.
Smoothie has run away and decided he's got to do something to atone the thing he hates most in the world. Wash.
Oh God, he's not gonna be covered in soot.
So Smoothie is going to go find a place and wash himself clean so that he's now green again rather than black.
You on the way back after that, you are stopped, and they're like, we found him, and then they look at the picture, like, oh, sorry, sir. So just so you know, we are on the lookout for a kobold who, out of nowhere, attacked a religious man. You look very similar, but we do have it on good terms that your coloration is different. So be aware, if any other gods come up to you, the same mistake may happen. Apologies.
What colour are you looking for, sir?
He was black, according to the witnesses.
Oh, I think I saw a black kobold running.
Really?
Earlier.
Which way did they go?
I point down one of the streets.
Oh, thank you very much. The thunder bless you.
The sun look over you.
Didn't Smoothie have some sort of very obvious mark of a Monatra on him?
He did.
Yeah, but
maybe multiple kobolds could have that mark.
They've definitely noted you down as a suspicious person, but the fact that you have different coloured skin does make a big difference, at least to what they know.
Wouldn't they tell him not to skip town?
John, I should really have activated that kobold thing I've got to make me look like a different kobold.
Sure. So you meet back up with the group. Everyone who's just like helping clean up the incredible mess while looking after the sleeping dragon. You see a green kobold walk up to you.
Is he wearing the same things as Smoothie has?
Yes. Everything exactly the same, except he has very obvious green skin.
He also has that marking on his head that totally gives him away as, you know, being a scion of Amanato.
Yes.
Smoothie puts on a hat.
So you see a green kobold walk in with a beanie on.
Like walks up and goes over towards Aurora.
He's like wearing a baseball hat with his hood up. So you see this kobold walking up to Aurora. And obviously no one cares.
Oh, he
Smoothie
still
sits
looks
there.
like Smoothie. I guess.
Smoothie sits
Skin
there.
color is not everything.
I
I
will
mean-
have you all know its scale color as well.
Well, yeah.
His skin color is a totally different color.
Exactly. Which also isn't black anymore because he's like cleaned off all that grease and soot. Oh. Wow, the Lathander priests in this town are really angry about something. It's weird.
Is that why you're green now?
Yep. They couldn't deal with another religion that's better showing up, and it's just terrible.
Roll me a deception versus insight.
Oh, dare believe Smoothie. Smoothie always tells the truth.
Oh, sure, okay then. That's fine with me.
Wanted
Okay.
poster of like, this guy plucks people's eyes out, then replaces
then
them
he,
with fiery one.
Then gives them back eye.
So,
And Smoothie's got to sort of sit and like pray a bit to Aminator to be like, "Hey, sorry about that. Didn't mean to go so overboard."
The only thing that you sort of get back is don't do it again.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Fair. Sorry. So what do you
What-
plan to do?
exactly.
It's morning. Your Professor Woofy's gone off with Rotala.
I plan to build a spaceship
Right now?
with the help of all the other Kobold engineers.
Okay.
But hey, if you've got other stuff that we can do in or around this town in the meantime, that would, you know. But we
Well,
can't
there's
really
the-
go anywhere.
There's the look for the gnome dog thing, but I guess.
Question.
What?
Question the first. What gnome dog thing?
Does Smoothie not know about this? Oh yeah, you weren't there. You know the dog that is here with the top hat.
Yeah, can someone explain to me why the dog can talk?
He's not a dog. He was a gnome, and then something went wrong, and he switched bodies with the dog, and now he's looking for his body.
Smoothie's eyes are a bit like, wait a minute. Do you think he could swap people's bodies with anything?
I don't know. Do you want to swap your body?
I think it'd be really cool to like swap my body with a dragon.
But would a dragon want to be a kobold?
Probably not.
Like, if anything, it has to be consensual.
I mean, did he want to be a dog?
Yeah, I'm not really happy about that part if he didn't ask the dog beforehand, but
The
I mean, I
dog
guess it
wa-
wasn't it wasn't intentional to be like this.
Huh. I wonder what he was intending on doing.
That is a good question. I'm not sure I know.
I just was like, hey, if a kobold could become a dragon, that would be the greatest dream of all kobolds fulfilled.
I mean, I'm becoming slowly a dragon, I think.
Yeah, why wouldn't I got all that dragon stuff? Like, it's not affected me at all.
I'm not sure what comes from what, and he points at the spikes. Like I think those come from that weird thing that we fought and that thing he turned into. Um, but the wings and the scales I had before, or well, the scales I had before then, the wings look like my scales. So I think those are more because of Rotala. I think because
Just like Melissa is a sheep, but she gets to become more of a dragon. But I started off dragony, but I don't get to become more of a dragon. How is this fair?
Yeah, to you, Smoothie looks, apart from obviously that he's washed, identical to the way that he looked when you first met him. Nothing has changed.
I don't know.
Except the
If I
really
could,
obvious Aminator symbol
Yeah.
that keeps
well,
being
yeah.
pointed at.
If I had
It's currently-
anything to turn you more dragon, I would give you that, but I don't know. Did the blood do anything that I gave
Nope.
you?
Nope.
Smoothie was like doused in blood at one point.
No effect. Sadness. I don't know what could possibly stop it from affecting me. It's just so weird.
But these shard are dragony, right? So maybe the shard over the long term helps you become a dragon?
Moody hugs his shard.
Which
I
one
mean,
have
it
you got
changed
again?
Rotala.
The green one.
Sure. Just trying to think what element it might have represented.
It's the
Smoothie
emerald
hits.
shard.
Yeah, Smoothie picked the emerald shard because it roughly matched his actual scale color.
You like turn and like look at Melissa, and Melissa's exactly the same, and you notice that Melissa now actually has quite a long tail.
Mm-hmm.
What does the tail look like?
Long, somewhat scaly, but does have fluff on it.
That visual image is funny.
Melissa, you have not noticed the tail yet.
Smoothie's just like, I mean, look at Melissa. She's even got like a dragon tail growing in. How is this fair?
I look. Oh yeah.
And I think Melissa was able to sometimes have a tail, right? Like from
Yeah.
your subclass?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. Who knows? Dragons, apart from Smoothie.
But speaking of dragons, outside of town, we still have the tiny brain dragon thingy, but I guess Nuru is taking care of that.
I mean, I have to assume since he's not come back that he must be taking care of that. It's not like he's got anything else to do.
Well, he went to Waterdeep specifically to do it, so I presume he's taken care of it. Hasn't let anybody know that he needs help.
Has anyone heard from the other Nuru?
No.
He'll be fine. He's strong enough to take care of himself and doesn't have anyone else take care of either.
But baby.
Again, Smoothie not really knowing about what's going on with the baby.
Yeah, I'm sure he can take care of him and his son.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, when we were in hell, like at that bazaar thing, well, you weren't there, but there was like all the tents and weird people, and they were selling stuff. They were selling a lot of things, people as well, I think. And I'm not sure where he actually got him from, but at some point he just came back with the kid and proclaimed that that was his son.
Uh-huh.
Not exactly sure where he got him from. So I presume they had that somebody had like maybe, I don't know, devil is all evil, right? So maybe they abducted him and he got him back.
Did his son look anything like him?
No, they have the same hair color.
Oh, fair. That's probably good enough.
But he doesn't have pointy ears, I don't think. And the skin
Weird.
color is different. And he like silver freckles. And I don't know.
But the hair was the same colour.
Nuru never struck me as the paternal type, so interesting.
Yeah, he's never mentioned kids before, so
But he has always been very secretive.
fair. So yeah, I think the only thing that we can do is look for gnomes that behave weirdly in town.
Never heard of those before.
Not for the dog.
Oh no, I understand. It's like I've never seen one of them before, so they must stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh, you've never seen gnomes before? Gnomes that behave weirdly.
Yeah, gnomes that behave weirdly.
Oh. Dare doesn't understand if you made a joke or not.
Smoothie doesn't super understand if he made a joke or not.
Everyone laughs, no one knows why.
So yeah, if there's nothing specific to do, Dare wouldn't really know what to do, so he would just wander through town and look for gnomes.
Sure. So you're gonna go on a wander.
Oh no, fly through town and look for gnomes.
Yeah,
I
same
keep
thing.
forgetting that he can fly.
What's everyone else gonna do?
Smoothie does want to attempt to like find the kobold engineers so we can hang out with kobolds to have be like in a pile of kobolds when if people are still looking for him.
Sure, you can slump Aurora over you and go at half speed and make your way downstairs.
Yeah, so like it feels like I've kind of been like I'm being hidden by the dragon.
Yeah, it's fine. You're in the building that leads down to the engineers. You just have to walk for like a little while till you get to the elevator.
Sure.
Okay, what about everyone else? Which is
We must find
Melissa.
that kobold.
Obviously, I know what the two NPCs are doing. They're very busy. Well, one of them isn't as busy.
Those
'cause
two
he's
here.
blind. Yeah, sure. Why not? That's the two NPCs.
Guess I could make healing potions.
Sure, you can do that for a bit.
Okay.
All right. So going through, I mean, there you see a lot of weird people, but none that are like very obviously dog-like in the way they act. So you don't think that the person's in this town from your, let's say, hour of searching.
Yeah, I didn't guess that I would find anything.
Smoothie, you go down, you plop Aurora down, who continues sleeping, and you basically discuss with the kobold engineers, including the one who built the snow sled thing, and they're like, yeah, we could probably do that. We're gonna have to order in materials, but I think easily with your know-how and our man force, we could probably get that done in a couple of weeks to a month.
Yeah, and I'll give you plans so you can replicate it for, into having a fleet for this place.
Yeah, because then we can make travel between towns even better.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Everyone just looks weirdly at him doing that.
I'm kind of like the villain, yes.
What? No, I was just thinking about all the like things that we could do with it.
Such as?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. Although we won't be able to get started until probably Tuesday, because
Why Tuesday?
well, it's the weekend right now, so everyone's, everyone gets the weekend off, and Monday is gonna be it's a national holiday that we're starting to set up. It's basically like the funeral for Rotala.
But he's here.
But no, he died. I mean, yes, obviously he's here with us all, but
No, physically he's here. We brought him through the portal from hell. He's back.
hell? What do you mean? He died when Oral attacked.
No, he didn't.
They're all very confused.
He's literally here in this building.
He's half naked having a lunch.
He's looking through some spell scrolls in the library.
They're all just like, yes, yeah, we understand. Yes, he is here. He's in the library. He's in the cafeteria. He's everywhere.
No, you idiots. Physically, with his real live body that's not dead.
They just like nod and agree with you, but don't believe you.
Okay.
They're smart,
where's the library?
but not that smart.
Where is your library where you keep all your spell stuff?
Downstairs. We're not allowed in there. We set it on fire once.
Come on, follow me.
Sure. You go down to the library.
And I look inside for where the person should be.
The library seems to be empty.
I shout for Wolf.
You don't get a response. It's like, no, don't worry, brother. We understand. Yes, he's right there. I see him.
Okay, I've 100% finished now.
Nice.
He's just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Elsewhere, Professor Wolf and Rotala are upstairs meeting up with guys. We found the scroll. It was actually quicker than we thought. Someone alphabetized them.
I'm like, Smoothie is just like done with that and goes back to complaining of like, so you guys get weekends here?
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, the people who have, like, important jobs, like medical officers, they still work, but they'll get other days off instead.
No job I have ever worked has had any days off.
Really? Oh, you should apply to work here.
Especially not adventurer.
Man, working for that guy on Schult, it was like 7 days on, 7 days on.
Oh, he doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah, several people working the ship went a bit crazy and started to make weird contraptions to like that no one had ever seen before. Some guy kept like trying to put like weird spider legs onto a mech. It was weird.
And then it exploded.
Yep. Wait, who said that?
The voice in your head.
Oh no, it's back. Yeah, you can go back to the other group now.
Yep, I'll be back.
Sure. So yeah, but basically, there isn't a lot of people around because it's currently the weekend. But there's enough around that you can start like putting together how much materials will be needed to gather, specific things that you might need picking up and things like that. So that would like take up, let's say, about an hour and a half to 2 hours of like explaining, writing things down. So you'll be rejoining the group if you want to, like just after the next bit that's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone else, I would say, after wandering around, you meet back up, I imagine, where Melissa's making her potions. And Professor Wolf and Rotella return. Still no pants. But they do have a spell scroll. Okay, no one's gonna greet us, fair enough. Yeah, guys, we found it. Well, at least we found one that should do the job.
That's good.
Bark with bark, yay. The like the corky bot is doing that wiggle thing they do when they're excited about something.
Now, the question is, who do you want to cast this?
What, the scrying spell?
Yeah.
Me?
Well, him, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because I know
he's the only one who knows
exactly what I look like.
Yeah.
Okay, so come this way then, and he leads everyone to like, you know, one of the many rooms you've seen before, like the meeting rooms sort of things, and like moves all the chairs and tables out of the way, and basically lets you have free use of the room to set up however you wish.
I just like go over, drop the scroll on the ground so it unfurls, and then poke my nose on it to cast the spell.
Sure. So you begin casting the spell. Let's have a look at the thing. Definitely. I'm just making sure I have the correct save modifiers. So it's
The save modifier should be -7-ish? -7, no, -11, technically.
$11.
Familiar.
Yeah, 11,
A
but-
picture. I
yeah.
also am possession of garments. I mean,
I think the connection one does. I think the connection one doesn't add up.
oh, did they not add?
I think the connection was like this. What the item is of the strongest connection that you have.
Oh, sure. Technically, I would have like a -10 then, right? Because it's the
9. -5 and -4.
9. Sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So wisdom save.
Yep.
What's everyone else doing while the dog's just prodding away at this magic scroll? Is this absolutely normal?
I imagine I would be walking somewhere probably. Not
I'm
here.
sitting. Yeah, I'm sitting there and waiting for him to finish because I don't know what exactly happening. But
Graham, can you roll it on Professor Woofy, please?
Roll what?
You have to
wisdom
roll.
save. Yeah, but
It's you.
you have to roll. The
I know.
target has to roll.
I know, but it's the same character.
It's not the same character.
It is.
It's it's a +1.
But from what?
For being a dog.
Sure. So they get a 19.
So 19 -9 is
10, which is not enough.
which fails. Yeah.
What is your save?
18.
So very barely couldn't have passed anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. You seem to be like you press your nose down onto it, and when you open your eyes again, it's like you're looking through someone else's eyes, and you see a grand library of books.
Huh?
What are you just gonna keep watching?
Yeah, I'm just watching, trying to work out any look for anything I can see that is an indicator of like location.
Sure, give me an advantage history
Anything
check.
I can hear that's sort of like that could do that as well.
Yeah.
20.
Also, you do just barely for a moment while you're paying attention. You see, as you like walk past a mirror, you do see your own reflection. So you do easily figure out that you're looking through your actual body's eyes.
Effectively, instead of looking at the body because of the soul connection, I'm like looking
Yeah.
through the body. Yeah, that makes sense.
So are you just basically going to concentrate for the full 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm just trying to use the full 10 minutes to try and work out where this body is. That's
Okay.
the most important thing.
With that, the 10 minutes and the good history check, you think you might actually know where the body is. Although it's much further away than you thought. So, you explain to the party that, so there's this place that's like much further down south called Candlekeep, which you did like, before you became a teacher, you like sort of worked there for a little bit, sort of like, job experience, and it's like a very knowledgeable place. It seems like the body's there. And doesn't
I come out of this trance.
doesn't seem to be making a fuss, or people don't seem to be fussing over it.
And I'm like, my body is in Candlekeep. I have
What's
seen the
Candlekeep?
location. It's a city to the south that's like a library and a learning institution. I've worked there for a little bit. It was like an intern program when I worked there. Oh, a long time ago now. But I can teleport us there, I think.
Oh, so that's excellent. You found exactly where you need to go.
Hey, is that where you created that pocket dimension that lets you keep lots of little red and white balls in it? Sorry, I was making a bad Pokemon reference.
Sure, I had no clue what that was a reference to when he said it. Yeah, so the professor's going to be like, would people be willing to help me? Please, I need to track this thing down, and I can get us that close, but I probably need some people more physical to hold myself, considering I have, and he like tries to stand up on his back two legs to show paws, which can't really hold things very well.
Yeah, I mean, while Smoothie is building the ship, we don't really have anything else that we can do right around here, I don't think. So yeah, if you can take us there and back, I'd be willing to help.
Okay, everybody, crowd round.
Oh,
Come on, Rathala, get in here.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait, you want me to come? I'll help you come along. I was just gonna.
Yeah, like.
Sure, why not?
Does he wear pants by now?
No, he's still not got no pants on. Just the sweater.
Oh, okay. Well, Dad doesn't care, but...
Who needs pants?
Yeah.
He's wearing a sweater like the... What's the anime sweater thing, Graham?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The sweater with no back.
The Virgin Killer sweater?
Yes,
I believe
that
it's what
one.
it's termed.
Yeah, that's what Rotala's wearing.
Excuse me, what?
Just a backless sweater. It's not real. Like, I will tell you that the top that he was given by Smoothie did have a top, did have a back to it, so he has created this himself.
Nice and breezy.
I mean, to be very fair, if you have wings,
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's definitely an image. So yeah, at any time you're able to well, you can't teleport yourself to Candlekeep. You would have to teleport yourself to the entrance, as it were. But
Yeah, because they have an anti-teleportation thing in the place, right?
yeah.
Which I would know because I worked there.
So
Okay, everybody.
does anyone have anything they need to get done before we go? I've never actually been to Candlekeep, I don't think.
The guy that got blinded before walks past and says, "Hey, I need the toilet. Can we do that before we leave?"
Who?
It takes Rod.
Wait, who says that?
The person that thingy gouged the eyes out of.
He shouldn't be in here. Guards!
He runs away.
Okay, so everyone hold hands. Professor Wolf's like, you don't have to do that. You just have to... Come on, everyone, hold hands.
Everyone hold hands.
Even though half the group doesn't have hands.
Wow, that's really sad when you say it like that. Okay, time for me to roll a D100.
Quick, before you... Do you not want to maybe tell Smoothie? And at this point, that it's up to you whether or not you activate the spell, or if you want to tell Smoothie.
Sorry, what?
It's like... Rotala's like, do you want to maybe tell Smoothie the plan? And I'm basically leaving it up to you, Graham. You can you can activate the spell, or you can stop and tell Smoothie if you wanted.
I'm kind of thinking of the comedy value of Smoothie coming upstairs being like, okay, so Rotala has to be up here. He was meeting with the people.
That is a good point. Rotala would be gone.
So I think I'm going to go with comedy value over... Because like it means Smoothie and Aurora are both here together. And we're just like teleporting away and leaving the joke to happen.
Yeah. So that was basically like a last minute... Him going, oh shit, we haven't told him, and you've already started casting.
Yeah. So I have to roll a D100 and see if we die.
Yay!
61. What does that do?
that's pretty good if you've been there before.
I've been there before.
8 away from 9.
You're familiar with this place?
Yeah, I've been there. Like, I worked there before.
Yeah, so you would be very familiar.
25 to 100 is familiar.
Okay, so we're fine.
Yay! No one dies.
Just like the sort of like light comes over everybody and then comes back down to a pinpoint of light, and then the light expands again outside the front doors of Candlekeep.
Hello and welcome to Candlekeep. How can we help you today?
Bark. Bark, woof, bark. Bark, bark, woof.
And do any of your owners speak common? Or any other language?
Bah.
I won't start yipping.
Thought you were just about to say I start yapping.
We are looking for a gnome by the name of Professor Wolf.
Wolf, 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 wolf.
Is he here?
Well, I'd have to check. The name doesn't ring any bells.
The dog pulls up one of the bones off its back, and the bone transforms into a photograph.
I hand him the picture.
Oh, you mean Fluffers?
Yes, that's his nickname, of course.
Yeah, see, he... when was it? How long ago was the event, Graham?
The event was probably about 3 weeks back.
So,
I think, technically.
Yeah, so
It's not like a super long time, but
yeah,
like long enough that they could have got this far pretty easily.
So they're like, maybe 2 or so weeks ago. The perplexed man, he turned up on our doorstep. Just out of somewhat similar to yourselves, actually, just out of nowhere, and he was very confused, and he seemed very lost, and he didn't know his own mind. But he did have a rather rare book on him, so we welcomed him inside. You realize at this point that was one of your ancient spell books that they've lightly taken.
Involuntarily start actually growling.
So, can we go in and see him?
Well, yes, but you would have to make an offering, of course, as all welcome.
I also start growling.
The dog just goes to walk past him.
You are stopped.
Assuming that they won't ask for payment from a dog.
You are still stopped.
I try to walk past on the other side.
The gate closes because there's what's it called? An airlock thing. Two sets of gates.
So, what kind of offering are we talking about?
Books, literature, anything really. A cooking recipe, a saucy novel if you happen to have any.
How many copies of the Book of Melissa do I have on me again?
I think you only have one.
Shit. Okay, never mind.
I think each of you only has one
Valuable
volume of religious text name here.
I don't.
Hey,
Sure.
there's a certain dragon person that you got in your possession that has lots of relics.
Yes, if you
No,
just free
they don't.
him.
Smoothie's very far away. Smoothie has the ball.
Very true.
He might have put it somewhere.
Dare gets out his spell scrolls and goes do these count?
Well, not really. How many spell scrolls do you show?
All 3 of them? Or 4 if you count the one that you added for a joke?
He looks them over and he's like, well, these are quite yes, you're welcome to come right in. And he rolls them up and quickly puts them away. Yes, you're all very welcome to come in.
Eat all spell scrolls.
Graham,
Okay.
can you guess
I got
what?
rid of those.
Can you guess what the special spell scroll he had was?
Nope.
A spell of Black Lotus.
Good for that.
That's funny.
Which actually
All it
I
does-
would have
all it does is
started.
make more magic.
That sounds very good. Sure, spell of Black Lotus completely refreshes all of your spell slots.
Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing.
Ah, well, you're in though. Now,
Let's go let's go hunt down Fluffers and my spellbook. Fluffers more importantly.
I look at the picture that he had and start looking for Fluffers. Should we split up or stay as a group?
Professor Wolf would know that generally visitors are only allowed in certain areas, whereas it definitely looked like it was the inner sanctum sort of areas that the body was roaming around.
Also, do we have a way of restraining him? I mean, I'm not sure if he wants to be a dog again or not. If he ran away. Hello?
I don't know.
I mean, when we find him, we'll. I mean, do I have any dog treats?
No.
No.
Really?
Why would you have dog treats?
Well, he's got the body of a dog now, so like,
Wow.
yeah,
mean,
and the taste buds of a dog. So maybe like,
You also have a lot of bones, right?
Yeah.
Can't we try to lure him with one of those?
Sure, but they're my bones.
I mean, you would get it back afterwards, probably.
Also, if he craves the bones, then surely the human or gnome version of him would crave whatever he liked in life, like, I don't know, herbal tea
okay,
or
get him a
something.
sniff drink.
Depends what
how
he
would, how
depends what
would
he
we
used
be
to
able to
have.
catch gnomish Professor Wolf?
I mean, I did really like brandy.
Ah,
Do
we
you
need to
have
set a
brandy on
brandy trap.
Actually, pulls a bone out that becomes a brandy snifter.
Ah,
Like,
the
I kinda
brandy
just turned
bone.
everything that was, I kind of just turned everything that was left in my lab into bones. So this is here. But you know, it's pretty expensive to be using for a trap.
This is
Do you
like,
want your body back or not?
it's the brandy that you got for like your becoming a teacher.
I want my body back.
Andrew very quickly
Oh,
throws a map of Candlekeep.
And hey, if you manage to catch your body and you switch back, then you'll be able to taste that brandy.
Without it killing me.
You know what? Just because you're being a dickhead and talking, your character is now standing next to the party.
And they leave.
And no, everyone heard them say that.
They leave. Sure, they turn around and leave.
So who's leaving?
Fish.
Just a fish, like
A fish and
Fish
a wizard
person.
fish person.
who was followed
Okay.
by Lawrence. What does your character look like?
My character looks like this.
Sure.
They would just leave. Got to get a 10 towns and investigate stuff. So they're just gonna leave.
Professor Wolf, you very obviously notice the kind of clothing that they have is like the clothing of people who work within Candlekeep.
Sorry, I missed that.
The fishman person thing and the person who's a centaur are wearing typical garbs that you'd associate with like people who are working in Candlekeep. But they do seem to be like, they have like, mainly the centaur is like carrying a bunch of like luggage cases. Way too many stuff you'd think for like traveling, but...
Hello, 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 shouts the dog at these two people.
I'll reply in Orcish.
I reply back, what do you reply in Orcish?
Hello, what do you want?
I reply, have you seen this gnome? And proffer the photograph.
Give me a history check on that, your character, Lawrence.
History's not a strong point. Shouldn't be with advantage, but 18.
Yeah, you think you've seen someone who looks a bit like that. You know, you're not really... You are more, like, hired to keep the fishman safe. You're more excited for this dragon you've heard of up in the north. Yeah, maybe there's someone who looks like some old wizard person. You don't really care.
The picture is familiar.
Show me to the where you saw this person and I will give you great rewards. Says
Great
the dog in front
rewards,
of
you say? The
fish
fish
turns.
doubles back.
Yes.
I'm most just to look after this one, I'll say an orphish.
Fish will look at the image
Yeah, you
as well.
you you recognize the person immediately. Like, don't
Uh,
know, a week or two or so they came in, but they've been like essentially like one of the new apprentices, like trying to help them get their memory back, and they've been helping with sorting the books and stuff.
Oh, Fluffy! He tries his best. He's
Throw me
chewed
to
on a
this
lot of
Fluffy.
books.
There will
Sure.
There are rewards in it if you can help me get this Fluffy.
What are the rewards?
What do I have? What do I have?
I have a bone.
I have multiple ones.
I don't really need bones.
I offer you 300 gold. I offer you 30 platinum. So like
Sure.
300 gold.
I'll take you to Fluffy for that.
You will obtain it when I see this Fluffy.
Yeah, we need to get back to Bryn Shanda quickly, so the faster the better.
Oh, you're heading to Bryn Shanda? I'm heading to 10 towns. Gotta find some stuff there.
What are you looking for in 10 towns?
Supposedly a while ago, like, I'm sure you've heard about the never-ending winter that happened there a while ago. It recently
A
ended.
while ago. Oh, it was so recent.
That's true. It was like 3 days ago. But it's like, do you know the winter that ended recently?
Yeah, of course.
Well, they say that's like that's unthawed some new treasure, and we're pretty interested in finding it.
How much
do
am
you
I
have
getting paid?
Do you have an
Sorry.
easy way to get to Bryn Shander, or do you need help to get there? Because I can get you there today if you if you are helping us.
Well, I was just gonna like teleport there.
I am also going to teleport there, but I am familiar with the place, so we would not die.
Fair enough.
How much am I being paid to look after you? I'll say in common to the person, the wizard person I'm with that I would be familiar with.
I don't know, Andrew. How much is?
Why don't you say how much you think it is? And we'll have this as like a persuasion versus history.
I mean, he's a level 15 fighter, so like 3,000 gold.
How does that sound? Ooh, 18. Does that sound good to Siegfried?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that was the agreed amount.
Cool beans.
And the way it'll work is you've got 1,000 now, but that's the start of the job. You'll get 1,000 once you get to 10 towns, and then the last 1,000 is basically like the severance pay.
Yeah. Cool.
So I guess I'll lead these people to our new apprentice.
Sure, you start leading start leading everyone deeper into.
Start leading. Well, let's be real. A dog, a person, and a sheep dragon.
You start leading the group.
Also, person with there is questionable.
That's true.
Yeah, it depends which form
looked
he's in.
like a. I mean, from what I gleaned before, he seemed to be in human form when he was at the front gate. Maybe
Human-ish. I still have white
that's
fur.
true.
I still have dragon wings and scales over my body. I
True.
have a tail. I have
Fluffy dragonborn
spikes everywhere.
is
Spiky Dragonborn.
is my guess. You're a fluffy dragonborn.
You know, one of those standard fluffy dragonborns.
Joseph, am I carrying around your I presume you need a bucket.
You and some like It's like you and an unseen servant have this little tank of water.
Wait, so you're actually a fish?
I am a fish, yes.
So not. So do you have any sort of body, or are you just a fish in a fishbowl that gets floated around?
I have a body, but I do breathe water mostly.
Every so often he needs to submerge himself in the water.
Yes,
Okay.
as most fish do.
Yeah, but is it a floaty fishbowl situation, or is it a fishbowl like in
Look, and enough of
Umbrella
these
Academy?
enough of these questions. Let's go.
Okay.
It's just a tank of a large sort of like, almost like a large barrel of water. I'm imagining.
Yeah, and you're like very easily just lifting that up. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So you head into the inner part, and you are stopped, and it's like, hello. I thought you were leaving. Some grand mission. Like you see him like stifle a laugh. Yes, the Netherese. Yes, because you knew they're there, so you're going to find all of the Netherese people.
You never believe in my work. It'll be there. I know it. All the ancient records show it should be there. Anyway, I've got to help these people. They're looking for like the intern Fluffy.
May I inquire as to why?
Woof, bark, woof.
It's part of some research that they want to do. And Fluffy's absolutely critical. Potentially help him get his memories back.
Roll me a deception.
I will help.
Good. 18, nice. Thanks for the help.
Sure, he's like, he gives you a weird look, but he's like, well, sure, I suppose you've been with us for long enough. I can trust you. You said you'd be heading off soon anyway, so, if I recall, he was down in the copy room, I think. Which you would know is where they're like, when they transcribe books to make copies to like sell off to other places, which is one of the major ways Candlekeep makes its money.
Well, thank you very much.
Which
Heads down.
Professor Wolf, you can assume from that means, at least in this small amount of time, that the dog has somehow learned to write in common, or at least copy it.
They're making off with all this stuff just because of an accident.
Using my brain. So you are led inside to one of the deeper parts of Candlekeep that essentially the public normally don't get to see. It's very, very big place.
Have you added a second Candlekeep map on top of the first Candlekeep map?
It did, yeah, because that one's higher quality. Anyways, so you head down, and there's like, the room is just full of people.
Do I see me?
Give me a perception with advantage because you're looking for yourself.
We're all looking out for him.
Sure, everyone give me a perception normal woof woof advantage.
Perception. Oh, not 20.
I don't see shit.
Fish's bowl is too blurry.
No, everyone hates a blurry bowl.
But it's been smudged. People have been tapping on the glass. It's so annoying.
Professor Wolf, you like get up on, like the little stepping stools that they use to get higher for the books and things. You get up
Yeah.
on one of them and you're like, oh, I think I see him. And then Siegfried yells out, there he is! Which startles everyone. Currently, there is a visage of yourself looking towards the group.
That's fine.
I like.
So what do you guys
towards me.
what do you guys want with Fluffy, by the way? He's like a pretty good intern.
So
My body,
Yeah, me
please.
and Fluffy are friends.
So you start like walking towards Fluffy.
Yeah.
They see you, they recognize you, and they start running away.
Can I chase after Fluffy?
Sure.
Hey, Fluffy, we just talk. I'll put the ball down gently.
I would like to misty step to the other side of Fluffy so that he's running at me now.
Sure. He bundles into you.
I'm just like, stop. We need to talk. We need to.
What? Wide-eyed, they try to run away. Basically, into the big centaur man.
Whoa.
Can I pick Fluffy up?
Give me a grappling check.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
15.
They are not able to withhold your great mighty arms.
God damn my eight strength.
You pick them up like by their collar, and they're just like flailing in the air, trying to get away.
Whoa. So Fluffy, do you know this guy?
Fluffy shakes their head violently.
I guess Fluffy doesn't know you.
Yeah, he does.
I
Shakes
mean-
head
Would you run
violently.
away otherwise?
I'm inciting on President Woof.
Wait,
Maybe we like.
which one? Human or dog? Wait, that doesn't help.
The one that currently is in the body of a dog, or the one that is currently in the body of a gnome.
Yeah, what that guy said.
the one that currently looks like the Dogecoin.
Okay. What are you trying to incite?
Whether he's telling the truth about them knowing each other.
You think so?
How about we like get Woof a new body? Like, Woof, do you want to keep your current body?
Give me my body, you body snatching dog.
What does Woof say? How does Woof respond?
The fluffy boy who isn't a fluffy boy just violently shakes their head. You do know that they have not been able to speak since they arrived.
Alright, not if you'd like to keep your current body.
Nods aggressively.
You
I
okay?
shake my head.
So like maybe we can work out a thing where we like clone this body and then Woof can keep one copy and you can have the other.
The dogman doesn't seem to understand.
You can't teleport into a place, but can you teleport out of this place?
Not you. Higher ups have the ability to, but normal people do not.
Would I think that the person who is with us at the moment is high enough to do that sort of stuff?
No. I'm more speaking about like the people who are in charge.
Please bring my body outside and we can teleport to my lab and sort all of this problem.
Well, we're in like the biggest concentration of wizards of all time. Like, there's people around here who can like clone and stuff. I'm sure we can get this problem all like sorted out real fast.
But the magical device that would fix this problem is in my lab. only one other person has ever attempted this magic.
But if I can speak, if if he doesn't want to go back to being a dog, and you don't want to stay a dog, I know I can change things into other things. Is there a more permanent version of that?
Yeah, I think there's probably some people around here who know true polymorph.
Yeah, but once he gives me my body back, you can polymorph his dog form.
I suppose.
He
Then
he
I mean-
he's shaking his head and like giving you the puppy eyes.
He's already fucking traded away one of my most valuable possessions to be here.
The book. Man, that was such a useful book.
Yeah, there's so much like
Yeah.
forbidden old spells that have been lost.
Do you know how many years it took me to collect that thing?
I mean, at a guess, I'd say like, it's a good couple decades probably.
34 years.
Yeah, it was a chunky book.
I will have it back as well as my body, please.
Nah, no, it's not really my department. I've seen it though. It's very cool.
Fuck that book. I don't give a shit anymore. As long as I get my body back, I don't care. Carry him outside. I shit at this centaur.
Hang on, I should probably go ask like, a higher up person about what to do.
Are you denying me my own body?
No, it's just like, we've got to get someone who can like monitor this whole situation. You can have your body back, as soon as like we can get this dog a proper body or place to go.
Yeah, the body that's here. That's its body.
Yeah, but like, we've got to have someone on standby who can just turn the dog's body into whatever it wants to first. Because it's cruel to give a creature like that level of sort of potential intelligence only to just rip it away.
Or is it more cruel
The
to
professor
turn
was
it into
looking
something
more
that
and
it
more
never
at me.
was in the first place?
It seems pretty happy.
Yeah, looks over at you and is like nodding.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll be like, wait here. I'm gonna try and find someone who's like a little bit more powerful than me, who can like do that sort of true polymorph type of thing. And I'll be back for you guys. And then I will head off in search of someone who can cast true polymorph.
Sure. What's
Hey,
happening
take
while
this.
he's gone?
Boss, take this with you. And I'll hand him a glass of water just in case.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, you must be thirsty. You need to hydrate.
I need to be completely submerged for it to matter.
If we're waiting for him to come back anyway, I'm just gonna have a look to see if like there's copies or anything like that of the book that I've lost in this place.
You start like looking at the transcriptions and just give me a random name off the top of your head of what you would call that book as your collection.
My collection, it would have been Ancient Magics of the Forgotten Worlds, and sort of like it would be like the subheading would be a treatise on unknown magical formulas.
So you look, you're like looking through all the transcriptions and stuff, and you find what you just said, volume 1 through 20.
So they've transcribed it into 20 different things rather than just the one book that it was when it started.
Yeah, and when you look inside one of them, you see that they've added a lot of... So, like, a lot of the spells that you'd found that were like, I'm going to keep this a secret, they've went into, like, great detail about them. So, like, that's how it's got to 20 books. Each spell now has, like, a chapter each.
Yeah, because the issues I'm sitting there going, I was gonna publish this work in doing a prize-winning work.
Oh yeah, this is already selling like hotcakes.
Can I at least take a copy of my own book that someone that wasn't me gave to you all?
Are you asking that?
Yes, I'm not just gonna randomly take it. I'm not a thief.
They don't. The people who are here don't seem to know where the original is. You-
Uh-huh. This is why
wait.
I said, can I at least take one of the copies if you need to keep the originals? It was his.
Ah,
big
right.
showing.
Well, we could give
Because
you.
it is a lot of my life's work that I don't want to have completely lost because somebody stole my body.
Well, we don't really have any proof that it's yours, but we could, as a friend of Candlekeep, we could always sell you the 20 set as a discount. It even comes with this lovely Parker pen.
I'm like looking at them with the puppy eyes, being like, "Really? But it was stolen."
Give me a persuasion. A puppy persuasion.
I'm not great at this. I just like trying it. Yeah, I'm not great at this.
They're like, oh, but how about this? We'll give you the first volume for free, and you can, if you're interested, you can get the rest at a reduced cost. Yeah, you when you're looking at the first volume, you notice a distinct lack of all over it of your name.
I realize that this might be weird as a statement, but the research was signed and dated, and it was noted who had discovered these things. Where are all of the discovery notes that are meant to be attributed on any book about this sort of stuff?
I'm sorry, I wouldn't know about that. You'd need to speak with the original transcriber.
And who would that be?
I think it was the original owner.
Yeah, that would be me.
No. Fluffers was the person who handed this book in.
Yeah. Fluffer stole that from me.
But it has a picture of him on the back page.
Yeah, that's because that's me.
I don't understand. I'm just an intern here. So do you want to buy the books?
How much are they?
1 gold each.
That is extremely cheap.
Or 15 for the set.
Wait, you're selling a book of 15 ancient magics?
Well, no,
20...
it's knowledge of them.
There was no actionable spells in the book series. It was more of a formulas and how ancient magicians created magics.
Yeah.
In theory, you could use those formulas to try and create incredibly powerful magic beyond what we know, except for the fact that it's never actually worked. It was kind of the basis for me trying to form a soul link with a dog to use it as a permanent familiar and turn an actual animal into his familiar, and that backfired on them swapping places.
Yeah, so it's it's not a case of you look in it and it has spells that you can cast, but it has a lot of very revolutionary ideas that you can apply to current casting, and with each spell that's referenced in it, it gives an example. For example, your thing of trying to bind someone is similar to the Find Familiar, but very different in the way that they did it.
I get that, but any book at that, and just setting-wise, any book would be way more expensive than a gold.
I assume that's the stated discount for me.
Yeah, well, it's the discount, and Candlekeep mass produces this stuff to sell on. That's how they can very easily get money.
But yeah, I'm turning and looking at Fluffers, and I'm like, why did you ruin my life by refusing to find the familiar contract, instead trying to steal my body? Terrible dog.
How dare you take my body instead of me owning you?
Yeah, 100%. This is not. This is not the indignation that's actually a real thing. It's we were gonna be a team, and you had to not be a team player.
What's everyone else thinking / doing in the moments while Fishy Boy is gone?
Being a fishy boy.
I'll be holding the the Nomi Doge up so he can't be attacked by anybody.
And so he can't run away.
Yeah.
I imagine the legs are still going despite being held up.
He's like doing the doggy paddle of when you hold a dog up and it swims in the air.
I go over to the professor and that employee and like, do you need the money?
No,
Or-
it's just the principle of the thing. I just feel really bad having my own work sold back to me by people who don't have any ownership over it.
How much would it cost to get the book back?
Like 15. Well, no, it costs like 15 gold to get a copy of it made by someone else that doesn't attribute any of my work to myself. That is being mass reduced to be sold to people, and he's just like,
And insultingly has it attributed to someone called Fluffy.
yeah.
It's just, and Fluffy did this before tragically losing his memory.
If you want, I could go and retrieve the original.
I doubt you could.
Just bring to the large, 2 large pikes I've got on my back.
I doubt you could, good sir. I doubt you could. But thank you for the thought.
Also, aren't you an employee at the Candlekeep?
Well, he's more like a hired mercenary.
Fair enough.
True.
He was passing by and got to talking and just happened to talk to Professor Fishboy, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be heading up north. Oh yeah, did you hear the apparently there's some large black dragon rumored to have been there? And he was like, oh, do you need someone for protection? And that's how they ended up getting to know each other.
So Fishboy knows a lot about Candlekeep. This guy's like,
He's been here for like
Eh.
maybe like a couple of days. So he definitely thinks that he can do what he's saying. So if no one else is doing anything particular, you would see the fishman come back with a rather old-looking gentleman. Hello, how can I help you? I would love to
I
have
would
done
like to.
a Dumbledore voice.
I am about to take my body back to go reverse my experiment that switched my body with the dog.
You mean Fluffers?
Yes, this is Fluffer's body. That's my body. We switched places due to a mishap with one of the spells. You know, in that book that you guys are now mass producing that he brought. Yeah.
Ah, yes, Fluffers. Your take on the transmutation and using the find familiar spell in different ways. Yes, very fascinating work.
Sir. That was the work of Professor Wolf, not of Fluffers. Fluffers is just the person who's currently in my body. Please stop.
I don't know. He's showed quite a bit of aptitude despite his amnesia.
Yeah, because it's my body. That I was a teacher at the Silver Moon Academy.
Do you have any proof of this claim?
I pull out the certificate of that I got for earning a prize for my research previously.
That doesn't really prove that what you're stating is true.
You could ask him about the contents of the book that he can't have seen yet because he just went into this. Because, you know, how well known is whatever is in this book?
It wasn't very well because I came up with it by myself over 34
No, I know,
years.
but by now.
It's
That's why I'm
not
trying-
super well known. It's like basically
They've only
it
had
hasn't
it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No one's heard of it.
it
so-
hasn't
Yeah,
it hasn't
the
been
people
shipped
in
out of
Candlekeep.
Candlekeep yet.
So, if you can prove that you know what's in the book without you having to look into the book, you could prove that that's your stuff, right?
Worth a try.
Yes, that seems like an erudite's Yeah. Well, go ahead then. Why don't you tell me about chapter 16? So make something up off the top of your head that you
Sure.
think would have
He's
been in
like-
there.
So like chapter 16 deals with the way that in the olden days they'd have actually been able to create spells like destructive spells that could shift continents, and it's the level of power that has to be created there, and it's like calculations based on what they would have had to do at the time and why it would no longer work nowadays because of the way that magic works. But ways you could use that idea in current works.
Also, I've still not learned Fishman's name. Fishman, you haven't had a proper chance to read through these works, though. You've got like a copy of them in your travel bag. When he's explaining this, you're like, that almost sounds like a lot of the stuff to do with the Netherese. So like, maybe this guy knows something about that. Just like that's just like a something for you. He's like the older man's like flipping through the book. Yes, go on. What about chapter 7?
Oh, chapter 7, summoning rituals. It's just a way to bind. So the people whose tombs I had discovered that had this marking seem to have discovered a way to bind archdemons, which is not a thing that I've seen anyone able to do here in the current times. And it was effectively it's a treatise on why that was a stupid idea and ended up causing the downfall of the society.
You know what? Why don't you come with me, sir? We should go somewhere more comfortable to sit and talk.
We can talk once I get back from getting my body back.
Oh yes. We will be discussing that. Just there's a lot of prying ears around here. If you would, and he like starts trying to lead the group off.
What are we going to discuss, and will it give me my body back?
Oh yes, definitely. There's just things that some of the more common people wouldn't understand and shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
What wouldn't I understand?
Keep a hold of him. I say, pointing with my paw.
You are talking about some very interesting knowledge.
There's a reason I was set up where you're heading.
Okay, so he leads you to like, so you know what you imagine in, like you say, the shows of like, actually ironically kind of like the Hunters Guild stuff we set up before, a like really nice cushy room bathed in what looks like like the light of a fire, but to anyone with magical aptitude you can tell that it's not really a fire. And especially Fishman and Professor know that you just can't have fire within Candlekeep. Mm-hmm. To everyone else, it just looks like a wonderful roaring wood fire. And he's like,
"Oh, yeah, does that mean I'm practically useless in Candlekeep?"
Sort of?
Yeah, it does. Yep. You cannot cast spells that do fire damage.
My fish boy likes Candlekeep.
He's like, he magics up out of nowhere like a bunch of really comfy chairs. He's like, sit, my friends, sit. He goes over and like uncorks what you, Professor Wolf, you can tell is a very expensive brandy. Would you like a snifter, anyone?
I can't drink it in this form. It's very dangerous.
Ah, yes, very true. We'll have to get that sorted. But and you see him like gesture, and the door closes. Well, there are a couple of things we would need to discuss first. First of all, well, we do have the issue of, yes, I could very easily just swap you back, but currently we do have ownership of the volumes. Perhaps we could come to an arrangement.
What is that? What arrangement do you want?
Well, and you can see like the dog in your body is like starting to panic. Everyone else sees this as well. And the older man's like, well, we can change you back. We can even keep the dog here for this and that. It panics more. All we'd ask is we keep the printing rights, and we'd of course change the name to all references to be in your name, of course, sir.
So we like, we credit him, but we keep the sale rights.
Yeah.
Would I receive the original back, and you get to keep printing your changed one versions?
Oh yes. Once we've completed transcriptions completely, of course you can have the original back. It is yours, of course.
Because you don't want to get done for having kept stolen objects that you received.
No. We would not want that. Very shameful for someone to come with a stolen object. So, do we have a deal?
You want the printing rights. I just get to go back to being me.
And you get
Dog
accredited.
becomes the dog again.
Any well, what would it be you'd be interested in? Like, any awards of any sort would be forwarded on to you, of course.
Renown.
Yes.
So, the library here.
Yes.
I had access to it back when I used to work here, when I was a much younger gnome.
Oh, yes. I was unaware that you had worked here.
Oh, yes, I was just out of university at the time. It was an interesting time.
Yes, go on.
I would just like access to the library as if I was a full member of staff.
Ah, oh, okay. So,
There are things that are here that even the universities does not contain.
I think we could arrange for something of, what would it be like? Well, you said you were a professor now, correct?
Yes.
We could always come to an arrangement where you take up a temporary, or like, for when we don't have a teacher, you could help occasionally. Maybe you don't ever have to help.
Like a more of a ceremonial position.
Yes, so
Ceremonial
you
substitute teacher.
yes, exactly. And he like does the quotation marks with his fingers. You work for us and are a part of Candlekeep, but you are one of our teachers who likes to go hither and thither in search of knowledge. Isn't that right?
That seems fair.
Yes, then.
I like put out my paw.
Excellent. You see him snap his fingers, and your original body just freezes solid. All right then. Well, you said you had a way to reverse this issue.
Yeah, I need to get back to my lab and put us back into the familiar machine.
Oh, of course. Do you have the location yourself?
Advice. You should change. So he like gives an exact line on the book that you need to change that line to read this instead because that was an issue.
Oh, I understand. And he like looks between you and is like, yes. Everyone you can see just panic in the eyes of the gnome.
Frozen solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
he
please teleport us to these exact coordinates.
Yeah, he takes you to like a very magical room with all sorts of different runes and glyphs, and there's like a globe of sorts in the middle, and with that you can pick the location, and then it opens up a portal to there.
Sure, I select the little which is the town? I've lost track of what the towns were called in the area, but it's one of the smaller towns, just like to a location just outside that, and it's like what looks like a little hut.
All right, and so a port like archway on the wall, which was just leading to nothing, suddenly changes to like it looks like you're looking at the front of that place, even though you know that there obviously was nothing out there but like trees and wilderness.
Come on, everybody. Let's. I'll show you the lab. We'll be back.
What's going to happen to the dog after this?
He
Oh,
will
don't-
return to Candlekeep.
Yes, he'll be very
he-
well looked after.
I assume he'll just return back to his old job.
Perhaps, yes. We'll have to see. We'll have to run some experiments to see what we can do with him.
Could I possibly have the dog as like an understudy? You know, help carry the barrel around and sort of, you know, learn some stuff.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh god.
I will help in this endeavor. I will help in this
How are
endeavor.
you helping him with that persuasion?
I will loom over the wizard.
You will loom over the 20th level wizard. Okay.
I am tall and muscular.
Let's
So is
just
that advantage, yeah or nay?
no.
Okay.
You would have had to have given some sort of
I am
explanation.
so surprised you didn't just go disadvantage there.
13.
I was thinking it. Okay, so with a 30 in, he's like, we would need some time to test the hound, but yes, I suppose we could loan him out to you afterwards.
Sure. I guess we'll go help this guy with his body problems.
So everyone proceeds into the laboratory.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you open the door and it's this little room with like stairs that go underground, and then as you come down, all the like luminescent light, the sort of like lights come on, and you come down into like a basement lab that's just like electricity crackling everywhere and stuff scribbled along the walls. And then there's
Master, you've returned.
yes,
Wait,
Igor,
there's-
I am back.
The stairs.
Yeah,
I'm not very good on stairs.
I press a button when I'm in the bottom and it turns into an escalator.
Oh, moving stairs. I'll step onto them and like essentially. Is there like a railing on the side?
Yes.
I'll hold rather firmly onto the railing.
Official, like, I'll help you out.
Everyone is horrified at the look of Igor. He looks just so grotesque. Where he he grabs his master's body and starts strapping it down onto a table.
No, not onto the table, Igor.
no.
Into the machine.
Yes, master.
Can he try and grab the body off me?
You didn't have the body at that point.
Oh,
Because it was
I thought
frozen
I
in
still
clothing.
had it.
No. It was taken off you
Oh,
and the
okay.
guy froze it, I think.
Yeah,
That's the way it was working.
it was once you'd got to the nice place.
Now, I go up and like I nose in some stuff into like the panel next to the machines, and then I go and sit in the one on the other side, and I'm like, Igor, when I close the door, flip the switch. Push
Yes.
the button and the door closes.
There's a giant switch on the wall that Igor's hand is like clawed around. He's just like shaking with excitement.
Can I kill it?
No, everyone has that. It's a crazy wizard thing.
Come back,
Go,
my
Igor,
master! And he flips the switch.
It
And
It
all you
looks
hear
like-
is like the human and dog screaming inside the chambers as electricity flashes around it.
There's
lightning flashes
explosions
around it.
everywhere of things just like surging with power, and then all the lights go out.
And then just like the doors open and smoke comes out, and like a normal dog just like jumps off the thing.
Like, oh, Papa.
The dog quickly
Igor-
like runs under a table and tries to hide.
Igor, it worked. You can let me out of this now.
Ah, yes, master. And he comes and like starts unbolting you.
Well done,
Oh.
Igor.
You look glorious as always, master. You are currently naked, but you do have the bandolier on.
I like
You
unstrap
need-
the bandolier and return them all back into my actual equipment, including my clothes. Start putting on my clothes. It feels
Your
weird.
genius will be recognized now, master.
Yes, Igor. Now to find the next small animal to try and turn into a permanent familiar. Now that we've seen that failure, we'll work out the way it should truly work.
Perhaps something smaller, like a fox.
Is the dog still in dog form?
Yes, the
Not that much smaller than a corgi, though.
So the dog has like essentially what looks like the tattered remains of the clothes that the human body had on, but is a completely normal dog hiding under a table.
Can I
Can
turn
they
into
try
my
and-
fox form and try to calm him down?
When you change, you can sort of understand the whimpers from the dog of the you're gonna do horrible things to me, the evil men, bad men.
But why would they do horrible things to you? I thought you just wanted a friend.
No, slave.
I poof back and go to the professor. Like, why can't you just I've seen people walk around with their animal friends. Why can't you just do it like everybody else?
Oh, it was going to give us access to each other's senses so that I would have been able to smell and hear like a dog, and it would have gained some of my thought power. It was going to be a trade, but sadly the dog doesn't realize what a gift I almost gave it.
I mean, you did give it quite the gift, but not the intended one.
Yes, the swapping was because we traded far too much of each other. It was a bit of a problem.
But now you understand probably how it works, so next time it'll probably go perfectly fine.
With my intellect, it was probably going to become a level 3 wizard dog.
And did you ask the dog for consent?
He looks at you a bit like, what?
Is a dog.
He doesn't seem like he wants to.
What do you mean he doesn't seem like he wants to? He's a dog.
He's obviously afraid, and he does not want to take part in whatever you wanted to do with him.
Well, he's going off the Candlekeep now. They'll take good care of him.
The older wizard already had suggested experimentation.
Can I pick up the dog carefully?
You would have to move a table full of equipment out of the way first.
I will just lift the table carefully out of the way.
Sure, give me an athletics. Sure.
25.
You pick up the table and everything seems to be stable on it, but Professor Wolf, you can see that a lot of like the beakers with expensive stuff in are shaking quite a bit while he's got it up in the air.
Please don't. That stuff is very.
Like uses mage hand to try and stabilize the expensive looking equipment.
It's like
I
one of the
realised I
vials is
forgot
about to
that-
fall and
that
you
I-
grab it.
I realized I forgot we could do that with Mage Hand and also Mage Hand to help.
I was like, I have all my abilities back.
Like mage hand's so useful in the lab. 3 hands, it's just for when you need to hold stuff down and
I
like,
thought about giving myself a prehensile tail to get a 4th hand.
that is a
So-
good shout.
Once I put the table down, I'll try and gently pick the dog up.
Sure, give me an animal handling.
Oh, okay.
The dog barks at you and then runs away under another table.
Yeah.
Professor Wolf turns to Igor and is like, so Igor, how would you like a jerk to become one with the gerbil?
Then the running through the wall. Yes, infinite power. And he points at the giant running wheel that he's been building.
Yes. Yes, Igor. You would create infinite power with your new hamster wheel running abilities. Yes.
Anything for master.
Now, Igor, I need you to remember this is actually just a job. Like, you need to have hobbies outside of this work, okay? We've talked about this.
It took
You
me
have
months to
36 days of
you
have
have
36 days of holiday a year. You can take them. You don't have to spend all your time here.
You also have so much money that you've just not cashed in. You have like 20 paychecks sitting there.
Yeah, I was about to say, Igor, you need to cash your paychecks. You can't just keep living off like dried cat food. I'm begging you here, Igor.
He just gives you like
Also-
a twitchy look. Yes.
Speaking of money, the fish will approach you and be like, and like hold a hand out.
I pass you the coins I promised.
Thank you.
Then the older wizard, with a flick of his wrist, the dog starts floating. It's like, excellent, and like floats it towards him. Come then, we must return to Candlekeep. Much work to be done.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Huh?
How much would it cost to magically improve my pike here?
I don't know about that, but like I have got this theory about giving creatures like extra limbs. Would you be willing to sign up for that?
No.
Professor Wolf, a sudden spark of inspiration comes to you and you're like, wait, if I can do this with animals, maybe I could try and fuse him with objects. So you're like, that might work, or it could kill him, but I don't have to tell him that.
How about wings or a tail?
No.
I kind of need to like.
I already have a tail.
Would you like a cooler tail, like a dragon tail? Could try that. There's only a
Why-
slight chance it'll go horribly wrong.
Why would I need one of those? All I need is a magically pointy stick.
What about
You
more
thought about-
legs?
Have you thought about fusing your body with your magic pointy stick?
Have I thought about fusing my pointy stick with your body?
No, with your
The
own
thought
body.
has crossed my mind.
We
With
have.
your own...
Do we have 2 weird transmutation wizards with us now?
Look, I just have this interesting theory about giving things like, or changing things in certain ways. Theoretically, I could turn you into like anything that's of a roughly similar amount of mass to yourself. Or like maybe give you some extra stuff. It really depends. I'm trying to work out. I need a guinea pig for these experiments.
Have you thought about potentially fusing yourself with the thing that was once a dog but is now a gnome?
Oh, no. The thing I'm talking about is more like adding. It's less fusing things, more adding things.
Have you ever thought about adding his intellectual collectiveness to your own?
I mean, I guess we could swap spells, but it's more of a physical change.
Yes. Have you ever thought about doing that physically? Adding his physical, intellectual collectiveness to your own?
I love
I
how
might
this
be
is
able to add this a second brain, but I haven't. That sounds very precise.
this is literally the conversation of like two like people with PhDs and someone being like, no, why don't you just do this? And they're like, yeah, but the problem with that is, yeah, but just do it. It's easy.
It's the Facebook mom arguing with a doctor moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So-
Friedrich
Oils can totally cure this problem. What?
No, not back to Candlekeep. We're close to Brinchanda now, right? Ish.
Where is the?
We should be about 5 or 6 days from Brinchanda.
Sure. So it is in 10 towns.
Yeah, it's in 10 towns, but it's one of the smaller areas. What I'm saying, it's like outside of one of the smaller towns.
Yeah, it's
But not
like
Tourmaline.
hidden away.
Yeah, effectively, he's built his own like little bunker that looks like it's just a shed. If you were looking at it any other way.
ooh, I'll get out my map of 10 towns and be like, so where is it on this map?
Oh fuck! Where's the map? I know.
Because you'll
I know
also notice
exactly
on my
where
map
it is.
there's a bunch of like sites that have been with little red X's that have been crossed, like possible Netherese dig site. Too much ice in the way currently. Must come back later.
Where the
Any of those crosses somewhere where we were before?
I mean, they
Possibly.
probably all are.
Where the hell is
Siegfried
Probably.
that one?
Sie-
Yes.
Siegfried doesn't entirely understand how magic works.
Ignore
Yeah, I
that.
understand that.
Okay. Look, it's old map with all the squiggles. You appear.
But yeah, and
Let's do some drawing, because everyone loves drawing. To
Can't
the
we
north.
teleport again?
Say,
I can teleport us around.
I
yeah.
could teleport us as well.
Draw shape. What colour for Woofy? Pick a colour, any colour.
Orange.
Naranja. There. Just north of Lonely Wood. In the forest opposite the Fair Forest. You don't know it's a Fair Forest, but for some weird reason, very few things like to come to this area. So you thought it was a perfect place to hide away.
So yeah, so I'm like, so we're here. Where on your map is your closest X? I will have to see Professor Wolf's like entire Wolf's pictures and stuff.
You like lean over, like, I'm gonna say Dare's map, because that'll be the oldest one, and it's just covered in squiggles and lines, and it's just like, what the hell have they been doing?
Especially boys, like there's like some stuff up north that might be a thing. There's a tower somewhere around here. And there was an old laboratory.
We went to a weird fortress with a lot of weird dwarves. There was a weird dragon there.
Don't know anything about that.
Who of you is the fastest moving?
Teleport.
By the way, we're already past 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
probably
much
not.
doing this last bit of. So, what are you gonna do?
Well, we're probably gonna have to head back to Brinchanda first, and then see what goes from there.
Sure. So,
I'm gonna try and convince Igor to get a life outside of his work.
okay. So you've agreed on the deal with the person who works in
Yeah,
Candlekeep.
I assume they'll return me my copy by mail once they've finished their transcription.
Oh well, they've got the ping for your lab now, so they can always just pop back with it.
Yep.
Does anyone have any objections to him trying to leave with the dog?
No.
Uh,
They seem to have been nice to him before, so there has no reason to assume that they'll do something bad.
So better be careful with Doggo. I want Doggo to be friend after this.
Oh, don't worry
See-
about it. We've done this for years.
What kind of
Secret-
experiments are you planning on doing to Doggo?
Well, I'm glad that you have arrived where you want. I hope I see you again, my young chap. And he steps through the doorway.
Poor Doggo.
What were you trying to say, Lawrence?
no, it's alright.
It's just because you've got like a moment before the portal gateway closes. If you were trying to say something specific.
Siegfried would be somewhat worried about the dog and might want to keep it.
Well, the dog has went through the gateway. It does not look pleased. And then it vanishes. And that can be where we end it, because we can pick back up in the science lab next time and then decide on everything.
Right.
Oh, this was definitely what I had planned for today.
I knew it.
Hey, you could tell by the fact that I had that Candlekeep picture prepared.
Yeah.
You can
I
tell
have
by
to
the
come
fact
off
that you had.
now anyway, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll have to
Okay.
head off as well.
All right.
See you
Toodle
soon
pip.
next week.
Nice
Yeah.
to guys. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.